let's okay. Let me just get my video here. Unnecessarily huge. Okay. I never thought I'd say let's go back to good old reliable WinUAE. You know, you know it's bad when an emulator makes you think that. Yeah, man. I'd love to get. I just. It's funny because I used to have all these systems. I don't think I ever had a PC Engine, but I had a bunch of stuff. And let me show you. We're gonna take a quick detour, guys. I want to show you something. Give me just a second to pull up my memories here. We're going to go all the way back to around 2008. And bear with me for just a second. Okay. What do you guys think of that? Would you like to have a couple of those lying around? So that's, about 20 bucks. No. This is a place in Japan that I traveled to. Let's see if I can start at the beginning here. This is a place called Super Potato. This place no longer exists. I'm pretty sure it closed down. But for a brief, shining moment in the life of the retro gaming scene in Japan, it was 3 floors of goodness. You go upstairs. I mean, it's 4 floors, I guess. Of course, the Bandai Vectrix. How much do you think one of those goes for these days? Insane. Just walls and walls and walls. Mega Drives, Dreamcasts, Neo Geos. Let's see. So that's about 190 bucks for a Neo Geo. A bargain at any price. Piles of Saturns, piles of Dreamcasts. 40 bucks for a Saturn. Boxed stuff. Japanese people take very good care of their stuff, so everything just looks brand new. All the hue cards your heart could ever desire. It was probably that. There's only one Super Potato. It might be that Super Potato still exists, but I know that it is in a smaller form. Famicom games. I mean, I wish that I could have just, I wish I had the money that I have now. Not that I'm rich, but I didn't have any money at this time. I spent all my money going to Japan. Because I would have just brought a suitcase. I've heard about guys just bringing an empty suitcase with them just so they could fill it up with retro games and bring them back. Of course, they also had a bunch of clone systems, which are kind of crappy. Just plushes. And this is back before you could really find a lot of this stuff you can find here now in the internet and stuff like that. But back then, I'd never seen any of this stuff. They weren't stocking it at Hot Topic and places like that. Of course, you guys might not know what Hot Topic is, but in America, it's where you get a bunch of that stuff. Of course, there's a lot of nearly naked women on a lot of things. And of course, Pit Fighter. Had to take a pic of that. So. But, yeah. Super Mario 2 in Japan is known as Super Mario USA. I love the box art. You know, the drawings. We got the Super Mario 3, but like the Super Mario 1. I always thought, or at least I in my mind, I saw a NES cart with that art on it one time. And it was one of those things that I never saw it again. Pit Fighter was a good game for its time. It was just quickly supplanted by Street Fighter 2. I had a Virtual Boy machine. I don't look that much different. I mean, when you consider that picture is almost 10 years old. And then, again, this is like Color Forms. You guys remember Color Forms? I had Famicom Color Forms. And then the wall art was just basically printouts of Kung Fu Master or Kung Fu on the NES. Look at that. Just feast your eyes. Feast your eyes on you. That is so much money now. Of course, it was expensive then. I can't really see what the prices are there. But Game & Watch stuff, just crazy. Crazy. Some Ease games. The Jack 1200. That's my buddy Dan. He was stationed in Japan. He's plays trombone in the Navy band. And we went to high school together. I went and stayed with him. I don't even know what that is. Some sort of a big box limited edition Dragon Quest game. And this is the craziest thing. An Odyssey 2, which I didn't even know got a Japanese release. So, Mario board game. And the Mario golf shoes. Love to have those. Sorry, guys. I'm probably boring you. We'll go ahead and drop out of this. And back to the Amiga action. But anyway, just when we were talking about PC Engine, that's what I thought of. Drag this back over so it doesn't cause problems. Mario and Wario? Was there a Wario game for the Super Famicom? Thanks, David. Am I looking okay still? Stream looking okay? Looks like I'm dropping about 15% of my frames. Again, we recorded the whole podcast yesterday without any dropped frames. So I don't know what's going on. Okay. Anyway, let's get into this thing. Let's play some Parasol Stars. So I'm guessing that this is Bub and or Bob, right? Oops. Okay, there we go. That's kind of neat. All right. It's kind of a weird mechanic. Okay, so the water doesn't hurt. Oh, it's okay. So the water doesn't hurt you. Oh boy, I'm getting some big points there. I want to get that heart. Yeah. So you collect the water. Oh, I see. Oh boy! Oh boy! Oh, yeah. Okay, I see up at the top. It's Bubby. So, man. Okay, first game. Just a training thing. Let's do this again here. This is great. I love this. Aaron's never been a big fan of Bubble Bobble. I don't know why. Because he loved Rodland. And to me, this is they're almost the same game, which is not a bad thing at all. Okay. How do I, oh. Okay. Oh, shoot. Is there like a surefire, or do I just have to defeat all the enemies? Is that all I'm trying to do here? Ooh. How cool was that, huh? Yeah. So it's telling me to hurry. Do I need to destroy this thing? Okay. Okay. Now there's a ghost following me around. I don't... What am I doing wrong here? I need to go ahead and change my live stream thing. This is going to be right. I thought I was doing that. I do need to. Anyway, let's see. Okay. Things kind of get hot and heavy down there at the bottom. One more thing. Okay. I'm trying. Man. See you, Adam. Have a good day. Enjoy your weekend. If it's still the weekend where you are. I think it's Saturday. It should be Saturday morning, right? Okay. Finally made it past that stage. David, have you played much Parasol Stars? So the notes don't kill you, they only stun you. Ha! That's what I'm talking about. That's not what I'm talking about. Okay. I'm guessing that you die when you go down that drain. Is that right, Pishbot? Yeah, I'm the same way. Oh, shoot. Just wasted that. I love all the... Wow. I rocked that stage. That was great. Not sure. You know, I think that Metallica has probably got bigger copyright infringement things to worry about than your Inner Sandman played on a mod file. Now, how cool was that? That was awesome. I'm rocking it. I've got a huge score. I mean, seems huge to me. Oh, that was cheap and unfair. Okay. I know your secrets. I just gotta wait for you to re-enter there. Oh! Man. Come on. I was doing so well. Hey, Eric. How's it going? You're in Sweden, aren't you, Eric? I guess you are, since you're speaking the vernacular with Henrik there. Okay. I dig the enemies in this game, too. The little claptrap guys. You know, the Amiga did have some quality arcade conversions, especially with games like this. This and Rainbow Islands. I mean, was this an arcade release? It's awesome that you just said something in Swedish and it looks like light dragon. Like that's a thing that you can say in common conversation. Like, I'd love to be talking about dragons in English and just be talking about normal stuff. So I tried to get up there. I need to destroy this evil jukebox. Ooh! Okay, so I forgot about that aspect, that you can pick things up and throw them at other things. Oh, shoot. This is just like Mario Brothers, you know, where the enemies get insane at the end. Okay. Ah. Well, I'm going to definitely say that on next week's podcast. I've just got to remember when Aaron asks me how I am. Speaking of which, let's take a quick break. Can I pause this? I don't think that I can. We'll wait until after our next go-round here. Oh. Nope. Man, it's real dangerous hanging out there on the bottom. Okay, demonic trumpet. You've had your day. Let's get out of here, Bubby. It's time to get mega power. Man. Alright, well, we'll take a quick breather. And I will be drinking this evening. This is a European drink, a product of France. This is chartreuse liqueur. This is one of my favorite drinks. This is the most expensive bottle in the bar. Last night on the podcast, I told you that there was my most expensive scotch was drunk at Glenlivet. Well, this is the most expensive bottle, period. I don't drink a lot of high dollar stuff, so it's not really. I'm trying to ration it out because it's almost going down. You can see it's almost gone. But anyway, it's the only naturally occurring green liquor in the world. There it is. So, cheers to all of you all. And I need to get rid of... I wish there was an easy way to hide my video preview, just because it's so annoying to see. I guess I'll just cover it up with the chat, because I don't like seeing myself in the past. Alright, here we go. That is strong, strong stuff right there. I believe chartreuse is 110 proof. Thanks, Fishbot. Thanks, David. Eric, what are you drinking? Oh my gosh. What a waste. Oh. Okay, so there is some strategy on how to employ the super bomb. You know, I used to be a fan of the iced coffee. Oh, okay. Okay, so there's even another thing that you can do. There's like a lot of different ways that you can clear enemies in this game. You can just catch them on your Parasol, which is pretty crazy. Since I started my low carb diet, I've not been able to avail myself of some of my favorite sweet liqueurs, like a good Bailey's or something like that. But as soon as I hit 200 pounds, it's going to be on like Donkey Kong. Come on. Man, you can really rack up the points in this game. There we go. Yep. Now just... There we are. I have a little bit of a musical background. I actually majored in music at university. I'm a music teacher. But I don't teach singing. I am the choir director at my church, but my day job is I am a band director. I teach middle school band. Yeah, that's right. That's right, Henrik. I don't teach a lot of metal, no. You know, Metal is not really my favorite kind of music, to be honest with you. I know that you Swedes, you Scandinavians, actually, I hope that Sweden is not the country that's not. I know that like Sweden and Denmark and Iceland and Finland, one of those is not really Scandinavian, and people get really mad when you say that it is. But you know how we are in the United States, we have no concept of what that is. But anyway, I know that you guys, you love your metal, and you love your depressing metal. But Zeppelin's about as hard as I get. Anything harder than that, I tend to check out. I do like sort of parody, like 80s hard rock bands like The Darkness. But that's just kind of fun. It's not, you know, anything really heavy. You don't have polar bears on the streets there? It's not all just like frozen wasteland? Oh, come on. There we go. So did you guys see... Isn't PewDiePie, isn't he from Sweden? He's been all over the news this week. So what's up with that? If I, you know, I don't know. It's hard for me to understand. Like, for me, there would be nothing better in my life if I could sit here and play Parasol Stars and get paid millions of dollars a year and just talk to people. I don't understand, you know, of course, I think the mentality that got him into trouble is the mentality that got him to be famous in the first place, so what do I know? But Swede of the Year, PewDiePie. He's definitely the biggest celebrity. I mean, undoubtedly the biggest celebrity from Sweden right now, which is sad. You don't want to know about, you know, the celebrities that America constantly exports all over the world. We're nothing to brag about, so. Man, I rocked that stage that time, guys. I'm getting good at Parasol Stars. That's true. I tell you what, I will take the Amigos community over PewDiePie's community any day. I will take PewDiePie's ad dollars over the Amigos ad dollars any day. Man, I love the fact that you can just catch enemies on your parasol like that. Of course, you got to be facing the right way, but that's such a cool thing. It's such a cool mechanic. Pishbot, I've got to hand it to you. This is Game of the Year territory right here. Come on, come on. I can't recall how I was able to jump up there. Oh, I see. You gotta get up here. And then... yeah! Okay, I died. Yeah, I mean, it's amazing to both Aaron and I, just even since we've started this, whenever we think, well, there's no way that, you know, we can get any bigger, something always happens and we open up, you know, something that creates a new audience for us. And so we just love doing it. like I say all the time, if it wasn't for the podcast, he'd be coming over every week and we'd be talking about the Amiga anyway. We just form or we just tape our conversations. That's all the show is. Well, Eric, we'll switch off it when I finish this game. Do you have any recommendations, Eric? I do like this kind of game. Very much. Yeah. Bone Cruncher? I don't know. That doesn't sound very much like Parasol Stars. I land squarely on the cartoony romps that are easy to play. I'm a big fan of the pick-up and playability of arcade ports. In fact, might be time for some MAME action after this. This is like a whole different world now. Oh, shoot. This game is gotten sort of weird. It's like Adventure Time or something now. I wish there was a way you could quickly drop down a level. Let me get my super ultra mega blaster here. Come on. Oh! Okay, okay. Yeah. It's Mega Blaster time. Here we go. And then just... yeah. Man. Of course, now I can't escape. There we go. Yeah, I love this game. Honestly. Like... I can't believe that, that Aaron and I have never done that before. Alright. So that's good. Parasol Stars. So let's go ahead and we'll go ahead and leave the Amiga, and we'll load up some MAME. I just recently installed my new drive here, so bear with me just a second. Sure, I've got... I'll show you one of my favorite games. Let's see here. Got to figure out how to... Narco Police? I've not heard of it. Eric? Oh. I didn't mean to do that. Okay. What kind of a game is it? I mean, should have grabbed that. Oh, okay. Third-person shooter. Can't be for the Amiga, right? Huh. Might have to check that out. It doesn't sound like a Friday night free-for-all game. I tend to want something a little bit more light. But I'll check it out for an Amigos Plays for sure. How is the audio balance? Are you guys getting enough game volume? Okay, I can move the audio up a little bit. Let's see. Yeah, I know how you get when you get drunk, Eric. You want to smash some people up. Oh, you know what? Let's go ahead and change this anyway. Take that image off. And desktop audio up a little bit. How does that look? It looks like nothing because you can't see it. Okay, there we go. I guess I'm going to have to play in windowed mode with MAME, which is no big deal. Yeah, it's just... Oh. Oh. MAME is always a little bit of a different beast. There we go. That's not too bad. And stretch that corner a little bit. Okay. And now let's put the chat back up here so I can see. So, I'm guessing that you've actually eaten haggis before, right, Pishbot? Like, is that real? Is that just something that, like, Americans think that Scottish people have, but really, like, haggis has not actually been eaten in Scotland for like 300 years. Oh shoot. Yeah, Eric, this is arcade. This is Do Run Run for the arcade. The third in a series of Mr. Do games by Universal. This is my all-time favorite arcade game. I like it because it has multiple objectives. There's multiple ways to complete levels. There's multiple ways to dispatch your enemies. It's sort of Pac-Man-like quality of it with the upgradable fruit as you encircle it. Do you guys have, of course, you know, the big famous, we have a lot of Norwegian people in my area of the United States, mostly because my side of the family, or my mom's side of the family came from Norway, and lutefisk. Do you guys dine on the lutefisk in Sweden? I don't know what you guys call it. What is surströmming? Yeah, it's... Oh, and another mechanic that I forgot to mention is that your ball, as it bounces back and forth, it acts as a score multiplier. So the more times it bounces back and forth, the higher your score is if it does make contact with an enemy. You get your ball back by slowly rebuilding it. Like so. By running over those things. Okay. So is it sort of like lutefisk? I mean, is it just basically the Swedish version? You know, I've never eaten the head of any animal that I can remember. My wife, however, who's from Thailand and used to eating all kinds of crazy stuff, she thinks that the head of, like, for example, like crawfish or fish just in general is the best part. So, oh boy, oh boy. Yes. So you got extra life. I love this extra life screen. Well, I think there are good things to say about both Frogger and the Vectrex, to be honest with you. The Vectrex does offer a deeper experience given the amount of games available for it. But, you know, Aaron has a Vectrex. He's afraid to power it on because he doesn't want to break it. He doesn't want it to get worn out. But one day he should bring it over and we can play it. I imagine that it's do you actually miss anything, any kind of meat, Henrik? Do you ever just wake up and you just really want a slice of bacon or something? I love the Daytona games, Pishbot. I don't think that I would like them as much, like you said, without a proper steering wheel. But some of my best arcade memories are from going out with Brent, Aaron's brother, and some other folks in our little circle of friends back when I was in high school. There was this place called Rock Lake, which was back in the 60s. It was a huge sort of natural pool, just like open air swimming pool. And it reopened in the 90s as sort of a, they drained the pool and they put mini golf in where it used to be. And they had laser tag and an arcade. And anyway, they had a big Daytona, set up with 6 or however many people you put in there. And I just remember, spending all night, even when I wasn't playing pool or whatever, just hearing that Daytona. And it's a good memory. I'm with you. I couldn't deal with not having cheese. Were there a lot of big arcades in Scotland back in the day, Pishbot? I'm sure that back in the early 90s, when Street Fighter II mania was sort of at its height, it was easy to find places to play. I would have loved, my favorite year in arcade gaming is 1984. I think that the amount of variety of games, where it wasn't just all one type of game, would have been great to see, but it wasn't really good for pinball. Pinball kind of had its resurgence. I really like 70s pinball, like electromagnetic machines. I've actually got one here in the Amigos studio. But then, like in the early 80s pinball, when they were experimenting with solid state circuitry, it really kind of lost something. And but then, of course, in the 90s, when you have the DMD machines, Terminator 2, Star Trek The Next Generation, games like that, boy, I'd love to have a basement full of those, but I can't afford it. It's unreal, the price for pinball machines. It makes arcade machines look like, something you'd get out of a vending machine. Yeah, Operation Wolf, 1942, those are all great games. You're just a little bit older than me, Eric. I'm 35. I feel like I caught the very tail end of the classic arcade. And I was a little bit too young for the Street Fighter 2 stuff. I was only 10 or 11. I was a console person. I didn't spend a lot of time in arcades when I was a kid, it's funny considering how much I love arcade machines now. But it was one of those things that it was always the allure, whenever I'd walk by an arcade and see, all the brightly lit screens, and I'd want to go in there, but, I wasn't. My parents would never let me go in there while they would shop, or I never had any money, so I wouldn't be able to play anyway, but yeah, it's funny, I bought all these, I've had 3 arcade machines, 4, in my life that I've owned. Now I've only got 2. But the thing is, it's just, you know, whenever I play stuff, I always just want to stream it. And I can't easily stream from my arcade machines. Yeah, you're absolutely right, Pishbot. I mean, when systems like the Dreamcast came out, and you literally had the exact same thing at home that you had in the arcade, why would you go? Why would you spend, you know, 50 cents or $1 per play when you could get the game and play it forever at home? Oh shoot. I didn't realize that was what was going to happen there. Oh. These guys are super fast. Need to hit that A. Nope. Yeah, everybody wanted a Neo Geo. That was like when you looked at the back of Electronic Gaming Monthly. There's a magazine here in the States, and you saw, you know, all the games for sale, and you saw those Neo Geo games, and you know the system itself was like $800, and each one of the games was like 400 or something. Just like, man, one day. And of course, we all ended up with Neo Geo games just on emulation or Virtual Console or anything, something like that. Those bitmap book guys, they are machines. Sorry, I'm gonna. Shoot. Well, that was actually a pretty good run. That's on the higher end of my my normal scores, so I'm happy with that. Anybody have any arcade requests? Liquid Kids. All right. We'll fire it up. Taito game, huh? You know what, Pishbot? Since we did Parasol Stars earlier at your request. Wait, well, I want to take Henrik's request first. We'll come back to Liquid Kids. I guarantee you that I'm not going to do real well on this one. I might need to set my controls again. Let's check it out here. Oh yeah, we're still in business, I think. Press advance to step through test. I'm not sure what advance is. Let's try firing up a... No, that's not the same thing. Defender red label. Well, let's try this one. Okay, well, it can't be that one either. Yeah, Defender. Let's just try it again. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Defender is extremely frustrating. I need to set my controls. Oh, I see. I forgot. This is real Defender, so let's see. I guess we'll just do this. Up, down, down, left. And this is kind of cheating. Oops. Oh, I see. Oops. And then sometimes you hit the Windows key accidentally. You know, my favorite version of this game is actually the 2600 version, because that's the game that I have the best memories of. The very first video game console game. Oh boy, how do I... Maybe we need to look at the input for this game. Okay. Up, down, fire, thrust, smart bomb is space. Hyperspace. Reverse is Z. Okay. Okay, I'll try this again. There we go. Okay. I remember reading somewhere where the average game of Defender, like full quarter game, is something like 45 seconds. And that's why, you know, operators loved it, because it just generated huge amounts of cash for them. It's so hard. Yeah, I know. Ugh. All right. It's time to go to town here. But just the scrolling playfield with the, okay, so yeah, sorry about that. Man. Okay. Let's leave this. But I have another idea. Why don't we... take a look at this. Oh, let's see. This is... oh boy, this is real old school. And why don't we play a little 2600 Defender? Just for nostalgia's sake. Oops. Now, options, input settings. Okay, maybe it's already configured. So, exit menu. Can we go full screen? We can't go full screen. Oh, yeah. Now, this is what it's all about right here. Oh, I've ended it in the chat. 1 second. Okay. You know, it's programming on the 2600. If you've ever looked into it, there's a great book called Riding the Beam. What you have to do to create an experience like this is insane. It's truly insane. That's right. Just let you on down. This is definitely more my speed. Oh. Let's see. Let me see if I can... Oh, I see. Video settings. And yeah, full screen off. How can I just make... I just want to make the screen larger. Ah, okay. Okay. So we've got this back. Are you guys still with me? Okay. Whoa, okay. I've sped things up a little bit. Okay. Let's try and load this up one more time. Okay. So it's running at normal speed now. But if I leave and I go to video settings and I go to 5x, hit OK, exit menu, load it up again. Okay, we're okay. It must have, something must have just screwed up before. I'm glad you like it, Pishbot. I enjoy hanging out with you guys. Let me tell you something. Friday nights, I've normally got nothing going on because my wife works Friday nights. And I usually, you know, after I come home from work, I've got a couple other jobs. One of those jobs is real estate photographer. And so I went and shot 2 houses this evening. And, but then once I got home, you know, I just wanted to play some games. And if I can play some games and talk to some great people, that's... What more can you ask for to kick off the weekend? Round 1, finished. That's right. Well, I'm glad to have you, Eric. What do you do as a studio technician? That sounds interesting. Oh, this is bad news. This guy right here. Wow, 2 A500 tattoos. You need to take a picture of those and send them in. We can put them up on the blog, Eric. Oh, okay. So, I guess with all those, I guess I wasn't really being facetious when I said, I mean, I've always heard of like crazy, like hardcore Swedish metal bands. Do you ever get tired of it? Do you ever just wish somebody would come in and just play, you know, ABBA or something? Oh. Alright. Yeah, when you get to that, you know it's the end. Alright, well, that was cool. Little Defender. You know, since we've got the Atari up, I can't have an Atari emulator out without playing at least one quick game of River Raid. Aha. What, the people that sing Take On Me? Wasn't that Aha? Let's see. F2, okay. Trondheim. Yeah, it's catchy. That's one of the songs that, it's kind of timeless. The video, of course, really is one of the iconic music videos of the 1980s. Have you heard of Jens Linkman, Eric? I've talked to Henrik about this, I think, before. He's a fellow Swede musician, singer-songwriter. Oh my gosh, the analog stick is a little twitchy. Of course, I'm also a little bit bad at this game, so. Oh, I definitely zigged when I should have zagged. He just put out a new record today. He's one of my favorite singers. It's funny, I like a lot of European like singer-songwriter stuff. There's a band from Norway that I really like called Kings of Convenience. They sound kind of like Simon and Garfunkel. But me and Jens, we go way back. Not actually, but you know, I've been listening to his music for a long time. And that's how I learned about Gothenburg. Because I guess he's from Gothenburg, and he sings about Gothenburg all the time. So I feel like I've been there in some sort of an existential way. You're not a Springsteen fan? Ah. My wife would have words with you. She is a huge fan of the boss. And, you know, I'm a casual fan. I actually got her into him. And I used to be a much bigger fan than I am now. Air, A-I-R. I've never heard of them, Pishbot. I'll have to check them out. I have to keep a record of this chat so I can go back to it and find some new music. All right, River Raid's had its day because I'm terrible. Okay, Pishbot, let's go back and let's play some Liquid Kids. So I've never done this before. Okay, French electropop, so kind of like, have you heard of Phoenix before? Oh, I can already tell I'm going to like this a lot. This has got that same sort of like Rainbow Islands vibe. I just want to take this in. This is a cool intro. Yeah, Phoenix is, they're awesome, I think. They're more sort of pop than electro, but they do have some electronic influences. The guy in Phoenix, his brother is one of the guys in Daft Punk, so they both took sort of separate paths. Of course, Daft Punk is a billion times more famous than Phoenix is, but check out the song. It's called "Too Young." That's their biggest hit. All right, I need to set up my controls here. Hey, Johnny, welcome. I forgot I reset him for Defender. Okay. There we go. Yeah, this is sort of like a side-scrolling Parasol Stars, right? Here's some crazy looking guys. Oh yeah. I can play Operation Wolf next if you want, Eric. Be happy to. I don't really like how those guys sort of like emerge from some sort of like hellish alternate plane. It's a little scary. This game kind of reminds me of Kirby a lot too. Ooh. Little water wheel action. I like it. Pishbot, you've done it again. This is a this is a winner. I'll have to talk to Aaron about this one. He knows about Parasol Stars. I don't know if he knows about Liquid Kids. Yeah. Kirby is, I don't think I've ever played a bad Kirby game. I even like the Kirby spin-off games like Kirby's Avalanche, which is a Puyo Pop clone, or if you were a Genesis person, a Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine knockoff. Ooh. Should have waited. Oh boy, yep, that's messed that up. Oh yeah, Kirby's Dream Course. I forgot about that, Pishbot. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't have the plastic Uzi, but yeah, I will give that a shot. Let me play one more game of Parasol Star, or I mean, Liquid Kids here, and I'll shoot. It's too late now. I'll forever be known as Blank Man, but not that bad Damon Wayans movie. There's so many good Super Nintendo games. I think we talked. I think we talked about this maybe last Friday night. You know, if I could only play one console for the rest of time, and I said the NES. It's real close between the NES and the Super Nintendo. Real close. There's obviously more nostalgia involved for me with the NES. It's the only console that I would frequently, you know, dream about having before I actually got one. Just, you know, how cool it would be. What was the coin in Sweden? You know, like it's a quarter here in the States. It's like 10p in the UK. What did you put in the arcade machines? Is it kroner? Is that a Swedish thing? You're right. You're absolutely right, Eric. Chrono Trigger, one of my favorite games of all time. If I had unlimited time, I would love to just go back and replay that whole thing from beginning to end. But, you know, I don't. I'm not PewDiePie. Honestly, if I was PewDiePie, I'd have to invest in a better chair. Because just sitting down, you'd have to have an ultra comfortable chair to just sit and stream, you know, for hours on end. I'm really lucky that I have a job that allows me to stand up, you know, when I'm in front of the kids directing the band. So is it how many kroner did it take to play Operation Wolf back in the day? Man, I'm trying to just kind of work my way over there, and you got to go all out. This lets me start from right there. Oh, and then, of course, you start the water wheel, and you die. Okay, so, Pishbot, you hit it out of the park again with this one. I'll definitely be returning to Liquid Kids, perhaps on a future Friday free-for-all. So yeah, 5 kroner, about 50 cents. Everything is, I'm sure everything is more expensive in Sweden because of your wonderful government subsidies that we do not enjoy in the United States. Okay, Operation Wolf. Here we go. We go with set 1. I don't know what that means. It's got to be the best. Okay. Okay. And again, got a set. Let's see.
Operation Wolf.
That's awesome. I love that digitized speech. I've got to figure out how to... Can I use my... No. Okay. Oh, shoot. I just exited the game accidentally. You get so used to hitting escape to set up configuration, and then when you... In MAME, of course, it's tab. Okay. So, the X analog...
Operation Wolf.
That's right, Operation Wolf. Is this going to be... This is a little bit twitchy. Let's do this one more time. Let's go. Can I use that at all? What I'd really like to do is use the mouse. So X, is that going to let me? Okay. Okay, we'll go with this. And then I just need to change the buttons. Okay.
Operation initiated.
Okay, here we go. Oh, right in front of me. Yeah. Gotta shoot the ammo to get the ammo, of course. Yeah, I know. I'm almost out of physical strength. No more rocket bombs.
You have sustained a lethal injury. Sorry, but you are finished. Here.
Oh yeah, I'm throwing grenades like nobody's business. It's just not enough. Just couldn't make it happen. Let's do it again.
Operation initiated.
I don't know. I guess you've got to start there, so. One enemy left. Where is he? All right. That's the end, right? Man.
You succeeded in demolishing the communication setup, cutting off the enemy from rescue.
Telling you, this is not child's play. The chartreuse is helping me get through it. Yeah, yep. This is bad. This is real bad.
You have sustained a lethal injury. Sorry, but you are finished. Here.
You are finished. Here. I skip all decision. Very cool. Very cool. All right. What's next, fellas? Oh, you know what? This is actually a good... yeah, I was going to say, this is a good time for me to go ahead and wrap things up. So thank you for checking out the stream this evening. Try and do this every Friday around 7 o'clock. Stream for a couple hours. Be thinking about what you might want to see next time. I'm happy to play anything that I've got here on the computer. And we'll see you next time. Thanks, Pishbot, David, Eric, Henrik, Johnny, anybody else that's been hanging out. I appreciate you watching. And we'll see you next time. Adios.